Imagine you step outside one summer morning and a woman is dancing in the street. There is no music, no festival, no reason. She just dances alone, her face blank, her body moving like it belongs to someone else. You watch her for an hour, then 2, then 5. By nightfall, she is still dancing, her shoes worn through, her feet leaving red marks on the cobblestones, and she will not stop. This is Strasbourg in the summer of 1518, and you are about to witness one of the strangest events in human history. Her name is Frau Trophäa. For days, she dances without rest, without food, without ever speaking a word. People gather to stare. Some laugh, some pray, but then something impossible happens. Someone else starts dancing, then another, then another. Within a week, more than 30 people are dancing in the streets of your town. Within a month, the number reaches into the hundreds. They dance through the day. They dance through the night. They dance until they collapse, and when they wake, they stagger back to their feet and dance again. And here is the part that makes your blood run cold. They do not want to be dancing. You can see it in their faces. They are exhausted. They are weeping. They scream for help, even as their legs keep moving beneath them. Their bodies have become prisons, performing a dance no one chose, to music no one can hear. So you go to the authorities. Surely they will stop this. Surely they have a plan. They do. And it is the worst plan imaginable. The town's physicians gather to study the dancers, and they reach a conclusion. This dancing, they declare, is caused by hot blood. And the only cure for hot blood is to let the dancers dance it out of their system. So the city does something unthinkable. It encourages them. The leaders clear out 2 guild halls. They build a wooden stage in the marketplace. They even hire musicians, pipers, and drummers to play for the afflicted. If these people just dance long enough, hard enough, the sickness will burn away and they will finally be free. You can guess what happens instead. The music draws more people in. The crowd of dancers swells, and the ones who were already dancing, now driven by drums and pipes, push their bodies past every limit a human body has. Witnesses describe people dancing so hard and so long that they suffer strokes, heart attacks. Some simply drop where they stand and do not get up. For weeks, your town becomes a nightmare carnival. Hundreds of people twitching and spinning through the streets, while the rest of you watch, helpless, unable to understand what has taken hold of them. And then, slowly, it fades. The dancers stop, one by one. The plague that came from nowhere vanishes back into nowhere, and the people of Strasbourg are left with a single haunting question. What just happened? For 500 years, that question has never been fully answered, but there are theories. Some believe it was poisoning. A fungus called ergot grows on damp rye, the grain these people ate as bread. It can cause violent spasms and hallucinations, but ergot also cuts off blood flow and makes movement agonizing. It is hard to imagine someone poisoned by it dancing for weeks. The theory most historians now favor is stranger, and in some ways more frightening. They believe it was the mind. The year 1518 was a brutal one in Strasbourg. Famine had gutted the region. Disease was everywhere. People were starving, terrified, and crushed by a desperate, hopeless dread. And in that exact era, there was a widespread belief that a saint named Vitus could curse sinners with a compulsion to dance. So picture it, a population already pushed to the edge of breaking, a shared, deeply held fear of a dancing curse. And then one woman, Frau Trophäa, begins to dance, to a mind drowning in stress and superstition. Her dancing was not just strange, it was the curse, made real, right before their eyes. What you witnessed may have been mass psychogenic illness. When a group is under unbearable psychological strain, the mind can do extraordinary things to the body. Real physical symptoms with no physical cause. Symptoms that spread from person to person, not through germs, but through pure contagious fear. The dancers were not faking. Their suffering was completely real. Their bodies truly moved against their will. But the force driving them was not poison or a curse or hot blood. It was the unbearable weight of being human in a year when the whole world seemed to be ending. So you stand in the quiet street after the last dancer has finally fallen still, and you understand something chilling. The most dangerous thing in your town was never a disease you could see. It was the fear inside everyone's own head. A fear so powerful it could seize hold of hundreds of bodies and dance them, quite literally, to death. And the strangest part of all, it could happen again.